112-97. The Grizzlies fall tonight to the Charlotte Hornets at FedEx Forum. The Grizzlies are now 3-11 in their last 14 games. They got up 5-0, and then an 18-4 run by the Hornets propelled them, and then they that's me. That's my laptop. That's my bad.
Like,
man, I was on such a professional run right there.
Yeah,
I was like,
you were doing well.
I know. I sound like such a
up.
pro. I totally. You know what I was? I was the Grizzlies with a 5-0 lead, and then giving up and then I just gave up an 18-4 run. That is exactly what happened right there. It's a double post. John Roser, Bennett Doyle. We are at Grind City Media on YouTube. You go to the Grind City Media YouTube page. You will see that Double Post is the only live show. You click that link. You watch us live. You can chat with people, the people who want to be with us here. Thank you, all of us, for being here. You can listen to us on your radio, 92.9 FM ESPN. If you want to call into the show, 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. We are talking about the Grizzlies' loss to the Charlotte Hornets tonight. I am John Roser. Jessica Benson is on her way up here, and Bennett Doyle is here with me. Again, 901-445-0929. Bennett, the number one thing that stood out to you about this game?
Wow. I mean, about the Grizzlies.
It could be your observation, your first observation watching this game.
The one thing that stood out to me, and I kind of knew this coming in just because I knew this game was coming up and you're preparing for it, but Charlotte, if they can find a way to get in, now they got work to do to be able to get into that play-in in the East. Like, I think they're still 2.5 games back of that 10th seed, but they are going to be a tough out if they can get in, because they are a fun team, man. Like, the entire time, like, every single rebound, they are down the floor, like, immediately. Like, there were so many times during that game tonight where, when Eric and Elliott are doing their thing, EP's about to make a point, and it's like Eric's got to call it because the Hornets are already on the other end of the floor. So they're an exciting team to watch. That was the biggest thing that stood out to me tonight. That's a team that we've seen a ton over the years just kind of be one of the bottom tier teams in the league, right? That comes in here, and they are not that.
You know what? The thing that I wrote down, and it was all I wrote down was in the first quarter, athleticism. The difference in athleticism between the two teams, you see the Hornets starting five and the athleticism that they produce. So I'm 100% with you right there. Lang Whitaker is the host of the warm-up show. It's 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game down there courtside. He and Michael Wallace do the warm-up show that you can watch on the Grind City Media YouTube page at Grind City Media on X. Lang Whitaker joins us on the line now. Hello, Lang.
Hey, guys. I would just say a couple of things. Bennett, to your point about seeing the Hornets in the playoffs, like, the playoffs might actually suit this Hornets team more than an NBA regular season does, because you get 3 days between each game. And when the starters came off the court, like, the backups don't do those starters any favors. That was when the Grizzlies were able to get back into the game.
Yeah.
Was whenever the backups were on the court. So if your starters can play 40 minutes, 38 minutes a game in the postseason, like, you've got a real shot, I think, of, like you said, maybe catching some of these teams off guard. The one guy that Coach Isola mentioned, out of all these Hornets players, Brandon Miller's been great for them, LaMelo Ball, Bridges. The one guy he mentioned in the pregame was Musa Diabate. And you're like, who? Who are you talking about? And Diabate was the dominant player on the court tonight for the Hornets. These two teams were tied at 16 rebounds apiece at halftime. And in the second half, the Hornets kind of just put the pedal to the floor. And Diabate, by the time he made that three at the end of the game, it looked like he was Bill Russell out there. And the Grizzlies didn't have any answer for him. So I wrote down the same thing in my notebook, John. I wrote athleticism down also because, like, just watching these teams play, it looked like a varsity against a JV sometimes, with the way the Hornets are able to get up and down the court and just kind of control everything they wanted to control. The only thing I wrote that was a good thing was when John Roser got up and left in the second quarter. He was sitting next to me, and he got up and left. the Grizzlies immediately went on a 9-2 run. And I thought, oh, that was the problem. It was Rosen.
That was
it. And then the Hornets came right back.
And then the Hornets came right back.
Right.
Yeah.
See you, man.
All right.
No, to his point, Musa Diabate had 20 rebounds in this game. Our entire team had 29.
And more to that, against the Grizzlies in franchise history, Grizzlies opponents, 18 points, 20. This comes from this is our cherry picked stat of the night from our stats guru Jacob Blevins. Against the Grizzlies, 18 points, 20 rebounds, 8 of those offensive rebounds, and 1 3-pointer made. There are 2 players who in the history of the Grizzlies franchise have done that. Against the Grizzlies. 2 players in the history against the Grizzlies franchise have done that. I worded that terribly wrong.
What?
Musa Diabate, 18 points, 20 rebounds, 8 of them offensive rebounds, 1 3-pointer made. Musa Diabate is the first to ever do it against the Memphis Grizzlies. The only other time it happened was against the Vancouver Grizzlies.
It's going to be somebody really random, isn't it?
No, it is not. It is December 14th of 1997. It was Charles Barkley.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Charles Barkley and Musa Diabate.
How about that?
I don't remember who I made the joke to before the game, but you know how we always try to pick the random player who will inevitably go off from 3?
Yes.
And I made some joke. I was like, watch it be Musa Diabate.
And then
he made his first 3 of the season. He did not go off from 3. He punished in a variety of ways, but...
This is like the Hawks game last week when freaking Christian Coloco hit the 3, and we were like, wait, what?
We have watched Christian Coloco make a 3 and Musa Diabate make a 3 within like a week and a half.
What's Rudy Gobert going to do this weekend?
Bennett.
Bruh. Jessica, let's see if we go 4 for 4 here.
Okay.
And you may just decide, hey, you know what? Let's go 4 for 4. Let's be Ohtani here. Bennett said the thing that stood out to him basically so many ways was athleticism. I said that is the thing that I wrote down was the athleticism difference was noticeable with that starting lineup with Charlotte. Lang said athleticism is also what he wrote down. What is the thing that stood out to you watching this game?
I wrote 2 things next to athleticism. I said athleticism, and I swore in my notes, and I said, the Hornets are constantly swear word moving. They are moving all the time. From the beginning of this game, they had the Grizzlies chasing them. And that's why, from a transition defense standpoint, it's not as if the Hornets they don't play at a super aggressive pace.
No.
But they took advantage of every opportunity of the Grizzlies just being a step slower. And some of those transition threes were just killer, but they're fun. They're really fun.
They are.
When they are healthy, as they are right now, you see the vision. So athleticism, constantly moving, putting the pieces together. What also stood out to me was a month ago on this day, on December 28th, we were watching a Grizzlies team that was a game below 500 before their first game against the Wizards. And now we're watching them get run out of the building by the Hornets. And that's not a disrespect to the Hornets because the Hornets are playing really well. They've now won 5 of their last 6 games. But you saw a Hornets team that got healthy.
Yes.
You saw a Hornets team that finally got their starting 5 that's playing like one of the best starting 5s in the NBA in January. And you see a Grizzlies team that still has critical pieces out and is really struggling right now.
Oh, Jessica, I love that you mentioned all of this because it leads me right into this. The Charlotte Hornets, when they have had LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Con Knipple, and Brandon Miller, all 4 on the court together, they are now 14-6 this season. When they have started, because they've done this thing these last couple of games. You go look at it. LaMelo's come off the bench. When they start, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Musa Diabate, they have started that starting 5 11 games this year. They are 10-1 in those 11 games when those 5 start. And even more, that 5-man group of LaMelo Ball, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Musa Diabate, this was as of January 23rd. This is on the Hornets website. Whether they start or not, when they play together, they have produced a plus 25.88 net rating. They have an offensive rating of 134.7 and a defensive rating of 108.9. That is in 124 minutes together. That would be the number one starting five unit in the NBA ahead of the Oklahoma City Thunder's starting five and the Denver Nuggets starting five. So now 11 games is a small sample size, but I think that starting five passes the eye test. Like, yo, that's good. Like, they've got something there. So we'll see how it develops with the Hornets. They've obviously gotten healthy. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Nicholas, you're up.
Hello. So I was at the game, and I have just a couple things to say. It was very frustrating being at the game, and it just feels like ISO ball, whether it's Jaren or someone else. And then when Jaren starts ISOing, I feel like it rubs off on some of those other guys, whether it's Gigi or Jalen. They start taking, contested bad shots. And I don't know if that's because Santi wasn't playing tonight, but it feels like Santi helps with that, whether it's like, getting under the rim and making that drift pass, moving the ball. But Jaren played well, I feel like. Shot the ball well, and, Well,
Jaren's just got to put together a complete game, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, Jaren's had these first halves where he scores 20-something points, and then, he scores 4 to 6 points in the second half. There's like 3 of them off the top of my head that I remember that have happened in, the last 10 to 12 games or whatever.
Right, I agree. But Jaren can score as much as he wants. But if we're not moving the ball, it feels like three pass possessions against a team like the Hornets tonight. I was very impressed. Who it felt like moved the ball side to side, got open shots. We're not going to win games. And so how do you guys feel about that lack of ball movement? Because as a fan, it's really frustrating. And do you guys feel like it's something that it's not the Grizzlies team I fell in love with, moving the ball around. And I feel like Santi's a big part of that. And tonight I just didn't see that. And it was very frustrating. And it was honestly more fun to watch the Hornets than the Grizzlies.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for the call. Yeah, look, I think they're just, they're down a lot of guys. I do think, obviously, Santi helps with their offense, at least even from a shot-making perspective. Like, to be able to move the ball and get assists, like, you've got to be able to make shots also.
They had 27 assists on 37 made baskets.
And they had 26 assists on 39 against the Houston Rockets. I think
I get the feel, though.
I think this is just my opinion watching it. I think that Hornets starting five, when you looked at the plus minus after the first half, it was like, okay, we could be in trouble, even though it was a relatively, what was it, a 5-point game at halftime, 7-point game at halftime? Okay.
It was almost a 4-point game at halftime, but they gave that three
where the shot clock kept going. I have no idea what happened there.
Me and Bennett had a new worst nightmare unlocked, that we could be the person who accidentally pressed the buzzer.
I thought about myself in that very moment and had anxiety because I was like, I could see myself doing that.
You could 100% do that.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get mad at the score
Absolutely
person
not. I felt for them in that situation.
Who let the shot clock? Yeah, who let the shot clock keep going? But no, But if you looked at the plus minus at halftime of the Charlotte Hornets, you were like, okay, unless our starters can bring that down a little bit, this is not going to be. This could go the other way, and sure enough, it went the other way. And you got to the fourth quarter and it's 15 points, and then they could never really get it. They could never really get it close after that. 901-445-0929. Hunter, you're up.
Hey guys,
what's up, man?
Are we calling tonight one of the top 3 worst losses of the year? Are we going to say that?
Hunter, I had that internal monologue at one point in this game, and I just couldn't bring myself there. Technically, yes. The fourth straight loss. It's the first game of those 4 losses that you haven't been particularly competitive in.
Yeah, I'm not trying to I truly don't want to overreact, but I am upset. All right. A few things. First, tonight, well, for one, I hate that you guys have to sit here inside a studio until 11:30 at night. I hate that I have to be down there.
This was a 2-hour basketball game. We will not be here till 11:30 tonight, so do not worry about that.
Well, listen.
All wins.
I hate that I drive, I don't know, between picking people up and getting down there an hour and 15 minutes to go down to a game because, let's be clear, I still love the Memphis Grizzlies. However, whenever I get down there, I do right now and have for the last, 6-7 games, excluding the Ja Morant game that he played with the Murray State shoes on. So what game was that the other night, guys? The Hawks game. Felt like there was some juice to that. It still sucked, but whatever. I don't want to overstate this. There feels like there is a culture problem. And here's what I mean by that. I'm tired of walking into the FedEx Forum. They announce the Memphis Grizzlies, and 3 guys come out. I am tired of guys sitting on the sidelines, laughing, joking, smiling, while we are getting our butt kicked by crap teams. I'm tired of that. I am tired of Jaren Jackson going out with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. I'm tired of Jaren Jackson, and I do not fault Jaren Jackson for this, by the way. I don't think it has much to do with him. I'm tired of 20 points in the first half and 4 in the second half. That is not a new development. That has been this entire year, and if I see it, I do not understand how the guy sitting in suite whatever, Zachy K or T.I. don't see the same thing we see every single night. Give the man the ball. That's the only all-star you have. And on top of that, after it's all said and done, like at some point you have to point the finger outside of the coach, outside of the rotations, outside of the personnel. And I have to ask the guy who's making the decisions for the team, are you actually proud of what's going on out here? If you are, we all have a problem, because that tonight was, and I have been embarrassed a few times tonight, but I would have a difficult time as a business owner sleeping tonight with that type of effort put forth by my team and by my coaches. If that doesn't light a fire in them, we have a serious issue. That's where I'm at with it.
All right. Thanks for the call, Hunter. I appreciate it. 901-445-0929. Rodney, you're up.
Woo, you guys make me follow a good rant. That's tough to follow.
Hunter's good at the rants.
No, I think what I was going to say, and you guys have all covered it well. Charlotte is not a team that you want to face early in the playoffs with that starting 5. Now, the only thing that's going to get them is they, outside of Diabate, obviously, leaving him out, they have no inside muscle. If you notice the first half when Jaren was cooking in the first half, most of the time he was matched up on Knipple or Miles Bridges, and he just completely overpowered it. Why they went away from that in the second half, I have no idea. And I don't know if Mason Plumlee maybe can make a little bit of a difference when he comes back, but they're really lacking on inside power is really what I see when I watch them.
When you watch the Hornets?
Yeah, when I watch the Hornets, they're inside muscle. They just, outside of Diabate, they're very small.
Yeah. Oh, no. And I think they're meant to be small and they're meant to be athletic. And, when you see, you see them push the ball up the court. I do think they can. There are times where they are active. They can be very active defensively, though. Like the rotations, they can get out on you and they can slide and they can move and they can switch.
It's that athleticism.
Yeah, you get a lot of those guys like Knipple, Bridges, Miller, Ball. They're all 6'5" guys to 6'8" players, and they're all kind of do the same thing as far as switch. They can all step out and knock threes. I think it's more about their switchability on defense, and then it's hey, let Diabate try to rebound everything and block everything. It's almost like maybe a mini Gobert thing. Just funnel everything, try to funnel some stuff to them. But yeah, they're still impressive though, man. That starting 5's real. They passed the eye test too, the Hornets do. Yeah. That starting 5 was, and I will say the thing that they did, they're 20-28, and it's because they've only had these guys. They played 48 games, and they've only had these guys now, those 4 that we mentioned, for 20 of them. For 20 of those 28 games, they've only had, so less than half their games that they've had their best guys, and that could be the record you get, and and our team hasn't been healthy at all.
Yeah, talking about Diabate, though, in those rebound. You know as well as I do that rebounding is part athletic ability and part effort. And there was one play, you probably saw it, it was fairly early in the fourth quarter, where somebody for Charlotte missed a shot, and he was literally surrounded by 4 Grizzly players, and he went up and came away with the rebound. That's just effort. You can't coach that, and it's just that was impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Rodney. We appreciate the call. 901-445-0929. Johnny Rodeo.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
Okay, look, man. This is I want to get you guys' opinion. Do you honestly believe that this team's going to stay here in this city farther than this? Because Ja's getting injured. Everything's happening for a reason. I mean, what is going on here?
All right.
Appreciate the call, man.
Thank you for the call. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Here. Yes.
That's my answer.
Yes. The answer is yes. All right. Let's take a break. When we get back, if anybody wants to call in, we'll take you on the other side. 901-445-0929. 901-445-0929. Grizzlies fall tonight, 112-97. John Roser, Jessica Vincent, Bennett Doyle, double post. We will be back after this.
This is WMFS-FM and HD1 WMFS, Memphis' sports station. Number 1 in the 901. 92.9 FM, ESPN, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey, Grizz fans, get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court.
This is John Vergas from Charlie Vergas Rendezvous, here to let you know how much we appreciate partnering with the Memphis Grizzlies each season as the official barbecue of the team. Join us in celebrating their 25th anniversary here in Memphis. When you're in the FedEx Forum, grab some barbecue nachos before taking your seat, or come down to the Rendezvous and join us in the basement to reminisce and make some new memories over a rack of ribs. And remember, we also ship overnight across the nation to enjoy while you're watching an away game. Visit hogsfly.com and go Grizzlies.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
A Memphis Zoo membership pays for itself in just a few visits, but the real perk is the freedom to come and go whenever you want. Golden hour walks, spontaneous afternoons, and unforgettable nights at the zoo. Join or renew today and receive 2 free Lantern Festival tickets. Catch the glow before it ends in February. Membership offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org. Again, offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org.
At Big River Steel, we're not just making steel, we're shaping a smarter, cleaner future. Our innovative mini mill technology produces high-performance steel with the lowest possible environmental impact. Every ton we make is produced to help our customers tackle tomorrow's challenges without compromising today's standards. The future of steel isn't coming, it's already here. Find it at www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control. You know a Grizzlies game doesn't start at tip-off. It starts in the parking lot. With Just Park, proud partner of the Memphis Grizzlies, you can reserve your parking at FedEx Forum before you even leave the house. No circling for a spot, no delays, no stress. So when it's time to head downtown, you can arrive with confidence and enjoy the game. Score your guaranteed parking pass today at FedExForum.com. That's FedExForum.com to secure your Grizzlies parking.
Has your hat been working overtime? Hair regrowth treatments through Hims can help. With doctor-trusted prescription ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, you can see thicker hair in just 3 to 6 months, starting at $26 a month. Get started today at Hims.com. 112-97, Hornets beat the Grizzlies tonight. The Hornets go to 20-28. The Grizzlies fall to 18-27. It's the Double Post live at Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. And, we went through a lot with this game in that first segment, took our calls, and I actually thought it was good to see. I know, LaMelo Ball playing this year because he's been hurt a bunch, has been a thing for them. But, I think it's good. Brandon Miller's another one who has really battled injuries. And, that dude,
he's been on a tear.
Dude, that guy can play, man. Brandon Miller is really, really good. And, he was once a promising rookie, and then he battled injuries. But, this was a battle of you also had promising rookies on both teams. You had Knippel for them, and Knippel really didn't have to do much. He was 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, a very efficient night, 10.6 rebounds. The other side of that is Cedric Coward, 26 minutes and 50 seconds, so we'll call it 27 minutes, 17 points and 5 assists, 6 and 9 from the field, and 3 of 4 from the three-point line. But the Grizzlies lose tonight. Cedric Coward, after the game, spoke to the media in the locker room, and here is what he said.
Yeah, I don't want to say this from the start, but definitely wasn't the energy that we needed through the full 48 minutes. I'll say, part of that I know is on me. I'm a big energy bringer, and that's what I pride myself on. So I know I didn't have it as much as I could have tonight. And, it just kind of lingered throughout the team. It doesn't help when they go on big runs, but at the same time, we got to find a way to, come together and either stop the runs or just build energy while they're on the run so we can stop it.
What did it feel like besides the energy went wrong?
Not gonna lie, you watch the game, so it's I can say a lot of defensive mishaps. They hit a lot of shots, so we had a lot of miscommunications, not closing out to the guys the correct way. A lot of layups at the basket because we weren't in our right rotations too slow. A whole bunch of different stuff you can point at, but ultimately, like you said, it's it comes with the energy. If you can make up for all that stuff with effort and energy, and we didn't have it all the way tonight.
Cedric, how do you guys avoid losing confidence in the overall big picture at a time like this?
Yeah, man. We just get back kind of to the drawing board, get back to what we need to do. We have a practice tomorrow, so we're going to clean a lot of stuff up, offensively and defensively, and prepare for the next game. But you shouldn't lose confidence just because you're going through a tough stretch. I go back to preseason, I couldn't shoot the ball a lick, but didn't lose confidence, and now I think I'm shooting it pretty okay now, obviously get better, just like we have to as a team, but at the same time, you shouldn't lose confidence just because you're going through a little rough patch.
All right, that was Cedric Coward. He did, we were talking to the break, he did have one of those threes he made where he sized up Brandon Miller and then was hit the between the legs, steps, sidestep three, and I was like, he's the only guy on the team that can do that.
Number one on my list of positives from tonight's game. That play right there.
Yeah. That's that was the one, just these little cross-ups.
I guess that one was on Grant Williams.
Yeah. And that, I was sitting right there when he had that one on Sion James where he drove all the way to the basket and got the bump and put it in. That one right there, yeah, Grant Williams. But there's only a couple of, he's the only guy on the team that can do that and really make that shot. Jared's not a dribble, boom, step back three guy on you. We know, not Gigi's best. Gigi's more catch and shoot, right now. Like
That
that's kind of
GG
the only.
Euro step dunk in the
that was
first
sick.
half.
Another GG play.
GG.
Yeah.
Every game he has a play that makes you raise your eyebrows.
That makes you raise your eyebrows. No, he does. And I will say, like, he made a play tonight in the first half, I think, where he blocked. Didn't he block LaMelo Ball?
Yes, he did.
blocked. Yeah, he blocked LaMelo Ball. And when he had that block on LaMelo Ball, that right there early in the game, and I was like looking on the court, and I was like, you know, like he's our only athlete out there right now.
Number 3 on my list
Yeah.
of positive things.
Is
That was
GG.
awesome.
The dunk and the block on
and
LaMelo.
the block, the dunk and the block on
Would
LaMelo.
you like
yeah.
my next?
Yeah,
That's all.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I stopped.
So you got Cedric Coward.
I had Jaren at the beginning, but Cedric
Okay.
Coward, step back 3, GG dunk, and GG block.
That's fair.
I would say, like, back to Cedric Coward. I said the other day, the one thing that, and it's not like he plays within like the team and within the offense. That's what he does. But I would like to see him maybe be a little more selfish
Yeah,
in the
right.
second half of the season. You know,
Yeah.
just because the potential, there's so much potential there, and but again, he's a team player, like, and it'll come, it'll come. He's gonna get his opportunities.
No,
probably at some point this season.
Yeah,
he'll
and-
get more. You know.
Yeah, and I think you'll see it next year too. After a full summer of working out, there's going to come a time where you realize, like, oh, I can size anybody up, and I can do this move on them, and I can get my shot and make my shot. TMZ, you're right. They were listening to a little poetic justice by Kendrick Lamar in the locker room there. Anything else that stood out, or anything else you want to add from this game? I mean, it was good to see Jock back out there. Tough -26 in the box score, but, you know, good to see him back out there. Oh, totally did not realize that was Josh Green for them out there. Josh Green, only famous to me from Desmond Bain being upset. That was the Desmond Bain draft, that the Mavericks took Josh Green over him. And I was sitting there because Josh Green didn't make a shot in this game, so you never really heard his name. He also didn't have a foul, so, like, you really didn't hear his name. And I was like, who is Green? Who is Green? And then it took me forever to realize everything. I was like, oh, it's Josh Green.
I'll say one thing. You know, Cam hasn't been shooting the ball as well late. Obviously,
Is that because he's having to play point guard? Or do you think
that's
teams
what I was
have
gonna say.
adjusted?
I think it's a mix of the two, and it's
Yeah.
really hard to learn how to adjust to the adjustments when you're also adjusting to playing point.
Right.
Yeah, I think, you know, we're going to talk about those other two guys who are expected to come back soon. I think that's going to help him a lot, be able to get that shot back. I mean, he's, like you said, he's having to play point guard right now, and he is, you know, setting career highs in assists in the month of January, so that's good. But I know that, like, I saw, you know, Vance Knight saying, we want to see Cam let it fly.
Yeah, right.
And
he was 0-6.
Yeah.
0-6 for the 3-point. You could tell with their athleticism, it was tough for him to get. There's a couple times where he really, like, gets off. Usually, like, he typically would get a clean look off there, and the Hornets' athleticism on the perimeter was able to jump back at him. All right, good news. Let's move away from this game. Good news that we did get today. And this surprised me a little bit because when I heard Friday, Jessica, you were there for Coach Isolo's pregame press conference before the Pelicans game last Friday, when he said, you know, DeMichael Cole asked him about Ty Jerome, and he said, Ty's been practicing, but now we're going to enter a ramp-up period, and basically said, like, 1 to 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, 1 to 2 weeks, so it's going to be like the All-Star break. It's going to be after the All-Star break. But Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen Jr. Pippen, we weren't expecting anything on. We had not known anything about Scottie Pippen Jr. They both practice with the Memphis Hustle leading us. We're like, that would lead, usually when you practice with the Hustle, it's usually like the next week.
Yeah. Isolo said that Ty is probably a little bit ahead of Scottie.
Yeah.
But that's a great move for both of them. So for the doubters,
Yes.
when we were going to see both either or none, it does appear that we are close to seeing both of them come back. And perhaps you get through All-Star before Scottie comes back to the mix. But I went from thinking we were definitely not going to see Ty Jerome until after the All-Star break to suddenly wondering if perhaps I spoke too soon.
Perhaps we spoke too soon. Look, when your role guys like both of them are, obviously Ty Jerome been a more high-level role player than Scottie Pippen Jr. is, but the role players, there's got to be a skill you bring. Like, what do you bring that is good, great, or elite? Like, you got to have that one thing. And for Ty Jerome, obviously, like, the guy can freaking shoot the ball. Like 52% from the field, 51.5% from the field last year, 44% from three. And for Scottie Pippen Jr., his on-the-ball defense that he absolutely can pressure 94 feet, that not everybody can do that, and Scottie Pippen's one of those guys that can do that. For people that ask about the Grizzlies and, defensive issues, like Scottie Pippen Jr. can, hopefully you get a guy back that can actually pressure the ball and make them work. I will say for the Hornets, one of the things with that Hornets team, they got to stop with the turnovers. They turn it over and they give up a lot of points off turnovers too. They're right there with the Grizzlies. So actually the Grizzlies did a better job of not turning the ball over tonight, but still wasn't enough. But yeah, Scottie Pippen Jr., Ty Jerome, looks like they're going to get those guys back. So, we'll see what happens there. All right, Jess, we're going to let you go.
Thanks.
Go get some sleep. Jessica Benson Show, 8 a.m. with CJ Hurt, 8 a.m. Grind City Media, YouTube, and Grind City Media on X. We will take one more break. When we come back, we will talk about the upcoming game against the Pelicans and Saturday night's game against the Timberwolves here at FedEx Forum. Double Post, John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back after this.
The Paradiso Cinema Grill and IMAX offers moviegoers a truly immersive cinematic experience, a way to enjoy movies like never before. IMAX's cutting-edge technology will make you believe you are a part of the action. Visit Melco.com to reserve seats to the Mid-South's premier IMAX theater.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating and Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating and Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating and Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
What's the mark of a great team? When talent, experience, and preparation all come together to make it look easy. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with convenient online banking and world-class service. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account by February 28th with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit. And you could get 2 tickets to 3 Grizzlies games. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Your internet shouldn't drop out during the game or buffer during replays. That's why Ting Fiber Internet is here in Memphis. Fast breaks need internet that's 2 gig fast. No contracts, no hidden fees. Ting is internet without a fourth quarter heartbreak. So if you do yell at the TV, it won't be your internet's fault. Get started at ting.com/Memphis. That's ting.com/Memphis.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
Cheer on the Grizzlies with a slice of pizza in hand. Head to section 109 and grab a slice from Rockin' Dough to satisfy that game day craving. Handmade and loaded with the freshest ingredients. This pizza is a slam dunk every time. Add on a locally crafted beer, and you've got a combo that hits the spot. Then catch us off the court at our Germantown, Cordova, and Orleans Station locations.
3 iconic forces, 1 unforgettable experience. New edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Audition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365 plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
112.97 Grizzlies fall to the Charlotte Hornets tonight. It's the double post. John Roser and Bennett Doyle. Next up for the Grizzlies, they will take on the New Orleans Pelicans Friday night in New Orleans. The Pelicans are 12-27. 12-37, excuse me. 12-37 on the season. The Pelicans been playing better ball though. Like they lost to the Pistons. Like they lost to the Rockets by 9, the Pistons by 8, and then they came here and beat the Grizzlies last Friday, and then they followed that up with a win at San Antonio, 104-95, and then they had a close one with Oklahoma City on Tuesday night, where they lost it by the same score that they won the game against San Antonio by 104-95. So they've been playing some better ball. Zion's been playing and it's a team that they don't have their own first-round pick, so they're trying to win games because they don't want to give up a freaking number 1 overall, number 2 overall, number 3 overall pick.
The problem for that is they're just too far out to get in the play-in picture. They're 11.5 back of 10th, they just can't do it.
Right.
It is interesting, looking at the West now. The Clippers, they're awesome right now, and they're going to have one of those spots probably. They're in 10th right now. They probably got a chance to move up and leapfrog Portland. But outside of that 10th spot, it's, the Mavs are 3.5 back. The Grizzlies are 3.5 back. So that's a lot of ground to make up.
It's a lot of ground. It definitely is. It's a lot of ground to make up. And then we have Saturday night. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves coming in here. Let's see what the Pelicans. They can't get to the play-in, but even you're right. Even if they
you look at the standings,
8 games back
impossible.
of where the Grizzlies are, it's impossible.
Yeah.
They could maybe get to where the Jazz are. They could maybe get there. That's 4 games back. I guess that's possible. There's enough left that you could, but even that's tough. It is. They're just so far back. And then after that, you get the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are 29-19. They have won 2 straight. You get a back-to-back with the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they'll be
Saturday.
here all weekend.
Yeah, the Timberwolves will be here all weekend. You got them Saturday and Monday. That Monday game's an early tip. It's a 6:30 one. It's on Peacock. But they will play. They play Oklahoma City tomorrow night, and then they play us Saturday night. So Saturday night's the Saturday night hoops and hoodies. So
nice.
They've got the hoops and hoodies.
Do we
night.
know the hoodie?
I think it's Marc Gasol. I think it's the Marc Gasol doing the
McGregor,
the Conor McGregor. Yeah. And then, but those I believe those are already sold out. I believe the hoops and hoodies tickets. You have 191 collabs. You got a 191 collab night with Peso, and you have Grizz's birthday.
Oh.
So if you're ever going to come out, if you're ever going to come out to a Grizz game, I know some people could be like, we're not good right now. We haven't been playing well. I don't want to watch them lose, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's a Saturday night. Come on down. It's 191 collabs. It's Grizz's birthday. And if you have kids,
get one of those.
Your kids will love Grizz's birthday. Yeah, they're giving away a Super Grizz Squish Classic Edition.
That's like what all the kids. That's like what all the kids want.
Oh, they do?
Those squish things. Yeah.
What do they do? Just squish them?
Yeah, and you sit them on your bed and stuff.
Oh,
they're just
so it can be like
things. Yeah.
Decorative too.
They're like pillows, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So get
My
yourself
kid's got a Pokemon one.
Yeah, Classic Edition Super Grizz Squish. So look, if you're ever going to come out to a game and bring your kids, Saturday night is definitely one to bring. Kids love mascots. And there's going to be other mascots here.
I hope he brings the horse from the Pistons. I don't remember his name. Dude, he's the best.
Hooper's great.
Grizz brings him out every now and again, and he is a blast.
I was looking at this today to see what teams have home games. So Hugo the Hornet won't be here because the Hornets have a home game. I like Franklin too. Franklin is the 76ers dog. He's named after Ben Franklin. Yeah,
he's pretty cool.
But the Sixers are home that night, and then the Rockets are home that night, so no clutch.
I mean,
but
Benny the Bull is awesome.
The Bulls are on the road that night. You could get Benny the Bull. You could get the Suns Gorilla. You could get.
I like Jazz Bear.
You could get Jazz Bear. You could get Harry the Hawk. You could get Hooper from the Detroit Pistons. So you've got several options here for mascots. You could get the Miami Heat have a mascot apparently. His name is Bernie. You know, like the Heat, Burn.
Just don't bring that weird bird from the Clippers.
The Clippers have a bird?
Yeah, the condor.
I thought that was the Pelicans. The Pelicans mascot's creepy too. What about Stuff? The Magic's is Stuff.
I like Stuff.
Stuff's cool.
I like Stuff.
I like Stuff too, yeah. I think the Knicks don't have a mascot. The Knicks and the Lakers don't have a mascot, I don't think.
No, they do not.
Do the Celtics?
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, hang on. Do the Boston Celtics
that's out during the games? I don't think so.
Lucky the Leprechaun, but it's a real person. That doesn't
count. I'm talking. We need costumes.
We need real costumes. Yeah. NBA teams without a mascot. Do the Blazers have a mascot?
They have to.
Okay, as of early 2026, 4 NBA teams do not have an active official costume mascots. The Lakers, the Knicks, the Warriors, and the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, Brooklyn, you got to get one. Like I don't know why you don't have a mascot.
I know that's
you need something to make that fun.
The Spurs got the Coyote.
Spurs have the Coyote.
Denver's got a cool mascot. Remember he came down from the rafters that time.
That's is it Rocky?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it Rocky? Yeah, super mascot Rocky.
I like all
He's
the mascots.
a mountain lion. That's what Rocky is. He's a mountain lion. Yeah, I like the mascots too. So, Grizz's birthday Saturday night. Come on down to FedEx Forum for that one. All right, we are. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Eric Hasseltine, Elliot Perry on the call with him tonight. Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry. Our studio engineer is Wes Warwick. He's the one who answered your calls and put you on the air. Vice President of Broadcast and Production for the Memphis Grizzlies is John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. 92.9 FM ESPN is the flagship radio home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Their parent company is Odyssey. Their brand manager is Brad Carson. Their GM is Nicole Hartman. Our technical director downstairs doing all the camera work, my man Jalen Wallace. Our next radio broadcast will be Friday night when the Grizzlies visit the New Orleans Pelicans. Tip-off scheduled for 7. I will take the airwaves with the pregame show at 6:30. The next double post will be Saturday night, this Saturday, following about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the Grizzlies and Timberwolves. For Jessica Benson, for Bennett Doyle, I'm John Roser. Good night, everybody.